Holy shit, motherfucking Yoda and shit.
And now we'll sit down and talk about the things we like. Don't know how long it will last. There is one thing that I am certain of. I assure you that we're a podcast.
Okay, welcome back to I Assure You We Are a Podcast. I am Zach, and I am with...
Eric again.
All right, man. Hey, it's great to hear you again. We're back for the second episode. It's a Wednesday afternoon, so you feel a little better, don't you?
A little bit, yes. I don't have to work tonight, so I'm good.
Yeah, right, exactly. It obviously makes it a little easier. Oh, man. It's great to hear your voice again, man.
Same here, man.
I think it's been about a month since... Yeah, man, I think it's been a month since we recorded that last one. We'll try to do maybe once, twice a month. That way it isn't too hardcore. How about that?
That sounds fine.
All right. We're back to I Assure You We Are a Podcast, and I'm with Eric, and we are going to break down the Last Jedi trailer. What do you think about that, Eric?
I'm excited for it. I saw this trailer, and I was just absolutely just beside myself. It shows you pretty much everything you should know about it. At the same time, it makes you want more.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt that they don't show you everything, kind of like the Batman vs. Superman trailer that we always deem on, that they showed you every bit of the movie, which was kind of annoying.
I feel the same way about when they did the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, because, in this trailer, in the newest one, you kind of see, more of what's going on. I'm like, well, I don't know if I really need to go see the movie now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what is the point if they show you everything in the trailer, and obviously then you go to the movie and literally you just watched the trailer and it showed you everything the movie did. They just cut out the talking in between the major scenes.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they got way too many plot points going on.
And the main thing at the very end is whenever Luke hit that thing where what he said, I hit tears. I don't know about you, man.
Well, I was just pretty much biting my fist. Like, I'm just I was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? What does this mean? Why do I have to wait?
Yes, exactly.
Why do I have to wait until December?
This is insane. And obviously they're going to put them out every Christmas, right? So it's we're waiting until the end of the year each year now, I imagine.
Basically I think the basic Star Wars trilogy they're doing right now, like once every 2 years, and then like a filler movie in between, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Rogue One was.
Yeah, exactly. See, I didn't even think about it that way. So, yeah, obviously the main story and then obviously some prequel stuff in between there to obviously kind of pull the story along and kind of throw in the stuff that's need to be filled in, right?
Right, because, they did, The Force Awakens in 2015, and last year, 2016, they did Rogue One. Then this year they're doing The Last Jedi. Then apparently 2018, I believe, they're doing, the Han Solo movie. The Han Solo
Oh,
spin-off movie.
young Han Solo. Don't they already have him cast? Do you know who that is?
Yes, they do. I'd end up butchering his name if I try to say it. It's Alden... Alden some dude. He was in Hail...
Okay, gotcha.
He was in Hail Caesar, I know that.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, I'm pumped for the Han Solo movie. I mean, I'm a big Han Solo fan. The Rebel Without a Cause. I'm going platinum, baby.
Yeah, who knows what kind of crazy adventures he was on,
Exactly. I bet you what? I bet you we see the Kessel Run, don't you think?
Yeah, in less than...
Don't we see the Kessel Run?
In less than 12 parsecs.
Well, 12 parsecs is pretty damn fast. God dang, they wore that out. I mean, they punched that to death, but I love it. I love it so much. Did you watch the Force Awakens? Did you watch the Star Wars whole thing where Hayden Christensen came out? And obviously he was kind of nervous.
I haven't seen all of them. I did see the Ian McDiarmid one because it's the Emperor. You kind of got to see what he kind of.
Oh yeah, you got to see
his views on Star Wars in general and how he got to play the Emperor and you know, how he gets his voice like that and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And they throw him back into the old trilogy whenever they rebooted it, and they actually digitally enhanced him into there.
Well,
didn't they do that?
Well, here's the thing. When they did The Empire Strikes Back, they had this woman play the Emperor in that holograph scene.
Oh.
And then they digitally enhanced the eyes and then threw Clive Revel's voice in there. And then
Wow.
when they did Return of the Jedi, that's when they cast Ian McDiarmid. And then when they did the prequels and the re-releases of the original trilogy, that's when they went ahead and digitally put Ian McDiarmid in there.
Okay, exactly. So yeah, I always thought the Emperor's eyes in the first one were like a little too much. You agree with me there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that everyone was kind of talking about, because like everyone's like, when they first started talking about you know, how George Lucas went back and, you know, edited out or changed some of the stuff in Star Wars in the original trilogy. That was something that, like, I was never really that upset about it. I mean, I saw the original trilogy on video as a kid, but not a lot of it really stuck with me because I was so young. But
yeah, I think it was '97 when I got the trilogy on VHS, and I was the same way. Nothing stuck with me really.
Right, and then but there were certain things that made sense to me for continuity reasons. For instance, like the Emperor, being, changing it to Ian McDiarmid. Also, making Boba Fett voiced by Timora Morrison, I believe his name is, the guy who played Jango Fett in the prequels and the clones, because Boba Fett was revealed to be an unenhanced clone of Jango.
Yes, man. It's okay, guys, this is why Eric is here. He is a freaking expert, and he don't even know it.
Oh, you're selling me
awesome, man.
You're selling me a little strong there, buddy.
That is awesome. Yeah, I know. But hey, you deserve it. You deserve it. Hey, I didn't know any of that. Holy crap, I completely forgot. So yeah, so Jango Fett from the prequel trilogy went back and voiced Boba Fett, is what you're saying, right?
Right.
Wow. I didn't even know that. But obviously that's going to make a lot more sense.
Because I believe the original Boba Fett was Jeremy Bullock, I think his name was. I could be completely wrong there.
All right, you about ready to crank this trailer up? Is it loaded up yet?
Yes, I finally got it going.
All right, see, we talked a little bit and got the thing loaded up, so all right, buddy. Okay, we're about to break down the Last Jedi trailer. All right, Eric, you about ready to push play over there, buddy?
I am. I'm absolutely excited for this.
I know, right? Okay, so we're going to run this. I'm just going to try to stay a little quiet, but I'm going to get hyped. So on the count of 3, push play. You ready, everybody? 1, 2, 3, push play. And I'm running.
All right.
Opens up. Looks like a star sky, but it fades into a rock.
Yeah, it's great transition.
All right, Lucasfilm Limited.
Breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Just like Yoda says. Man, that's beautiful.
Just
Isn't that in Iceland or something like that? Ireland or something?
Yeah, I think Ireland.
reach out.
Look at that.
She is freaking learning the Force. Leia.
Light.
Rest in peace, Leia.
Yeah, love you.
Darkness.
Now, is that Vader's helmet or Kylo Ren's helmet?
I think it's Kylo's.
That's what I thought too, but other people are saying Vader.
Right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll dig into it in a
So
second.
much bigger.
Oh, is he training her on the freaking rocks?
Lightsaber action. Some lightsaber action.
Yes. Whoa. That is beautiful.
Now, what is this? Pod racing of some sort? Spin?
Whoa.
Debris!
I only know one truth.
Oh, that's tragic.
Phasma.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
You better be glad I watched it 100 times. I'm crying right now.
Now, what does that mean? It's time for the Jedi to end?
Oh my gosh. There's no freaking way. Okay, I got goosebumps even though I've watched it 500 times. Wow. Okay, I'm pausing it. How about you?
Yeah, I paused there.
Whoa, holy crap. Okay, so I've watched it 100 times and it still did it to me. I got goosebumps. I got pumped at the very end. Holy crap, man. So what did you think overall of the trailer? Awesome?
Yeah, no words.
Yes, exactly. Tears instead of words, right? Tears instead of words.
Teeth marks on my arm.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what the Justice League trailer didn't do for us. That obviously Lucasfilm Limited, Disney knows what to do to pull at your heartstrings, kind of like Pixar does, right?
Absolutely, yeah. But just get John Williams to score it. Post some some vague lines and. Just makes you wonder what's going on.
Exactly. Okay, so obviously, like usual, I did a couple notes, and so I just wanted to hit a couple things. Let's hit the helmet first. I mean, everybody was. Some people were saying it was Darth Vader's helmet, and some people were saying it was Kylo's. But if you go back to the Force Awakens trailer and you look, they literally match it up. The helmet, you see Vader's helmet melted in the Force Awakens trailer, right?
Right.
Okay, so now what you're seeing is Kylo Ren's helmet broken. That's why you see Kylo Ren with no helmet on when you see him menacingly looking down his lightsaber.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's Kylo Ren's helmet. Yes. So what I'm thinking is obviously he's still.
But someone else.
Go ahead.
But someone else, like I'd seen some posts on Facebook or YouTube or something saying that it couldn't have been Kylo Ren's helmet because something about the eyes. But I'm not. I look back at him like I think it's Kylo Ren's.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think it's Kylo Ren's. I'm pretty sure it is. He is obviously struggling still with the light and the dark. I'm thinking that's what it is. Because wasn't that a big thing? And obviously the first one, when he killed his father, I'm guessing he was like saying, this is it. This is going to make me evil. I'm going to kill my father, and I'm going to turn to the dark side, and no light will pull me back.
What would Vader do?
Exactly. So that's what he's doing. He wants to become in Vader's footsteps, right?
He wants to become he wants to be like his grandpa, Papa Vader.
Exactly. Rule the galaxy.
I am the master.
Oh man. Okay. So let's go from that to kind of like let's see. Okay, let's talk about the Poe thing, where you see Poe, the explosion, and he's by his X-wing fighter, and there to the left is, I believe, a new fighter jet that is called an A-wing. I've never heard of those. Have you heard of those, Eric?
I don't believe so. I think I've read that when I was on Facebook, and I think comicbook.com or whatever Facebook page I was on that said possible new ship or something. It said something about an A-wing or something.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a little more compact, and it's not like an X-wing. I don't even know how to explain it, so I'll just kind of move on from that. But yeah, that's what it was. So obviously that's Poe's ship's going to blow up, and that looks like there's a new kind of ship there to the left, which is an A-wing. Now let me jump from that to where you saw those things that you said obviously looked like they were pod racing, right?
That's what it looked like. I mean, it could be something else.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I kind of dug into, I dug into a little bit of it. Now, what I got out of it was what that is that red stuff is literally the dirt that is on that planet, and it's metal that is in the sand and is oxidized. So when they hit the sand like that, that's what makes that red color. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Like, it looked like it was kind of coming from the ship. Like, it may have been some kind of warning. Like the British are coming. The British are coming. But for the First Order.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That,
if this is if they're if theories that are following are true, that the Force Awakens was basically what the New Hope was, but a new or revamped version, then this could be kind of like what the Empire was, with a newer revamped version, and that could be essentially their Hoth. They could be on a new base.
You got it. That sounds great. Yes. So yeah, so that big that you really don't ever see. It's usually natural colors in Star Wars. When I saw that red, it just stood out to me so freaking much. Did it not stand out to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. That might be it. Okay, so let's move on to something else here. Shoot. Did you have anything you wanted to hit?
Yeah, actually. If you notice when, Luke says, "What do you see?" and Rey says, "The light." If you listen very closely, you can hear Carrie Fisher from A New Hope saying, "Help me, I believe, help me, Obi-Wan. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope."
Oh.
When you see Kylo Ren or Darth Vader's helmet, whatever it was, you hear "Seduced by the Dark Side." I believe it was either Obi-Wan or Yoda. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I think it was Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and then when you get to the balance, I believe it was Yoda saying something about balance of the Force. But it's something.
Yep, I have that wrote down.
But it's something you have to listen to very, very closely.
Yeah, it's very, very in the background, and I have headphones all the time, so that's why I heard it. I watch trailers on my phone straight up.
I didn't even notice it until I saw comments on it. I was like, what? And I started going back. I was like, oh my god, now it's so obvious.
Yeah, I didn't notice either. But yeah, when I heard it the second time, I was like, holy crap! So those are pulled from A New Hope, right?
New Hope, and actually, I think the original trilogy in general.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because what Obi-Wan says, I think, is in Return of the Jedi, I believe.
Return of the Jedi or A New Hope, one of them, because he was talking about how Vader was seduced in both movies. Like in the first one, he was talking about how Vader was seduced by the dark side and killed Luke's father, and then in Return of the Jedi, he revealed after Yoda died. Well, after Yoda revealed it to Luke, Obi-Wan revealed that his father was indeed Darth Vader, and he was seduced by the dark side. But considering Yoda didn't appear until Empire, and then we see him again in Return of the Jedi, that's when you kind of realize that it could just be the entire trilogy altogether.
Yeah, exactly. So they're pulling from there. Have you noticed they're not pulling pretty much anything from the prequels, are they?
No. I mean, there was a reference in the prequel reference in the Force Awakens when Kylo Ren was telling General Hux that perhaps Snoke would consider using a clone army.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
That was an absolute prequel reference to Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Man, you're good. I love having you here, man. God, it's so good. All right, guys, just like the first episode, we're going to run this trailer, push pause. We're going to talk about a little more in detail than just a couple minutes ago. You about ready over there, Eric?
I'm ready.
All right, buddy. Count it down, and I will push play whenever you count it down.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm running. She pops up just like, what's-his-face, Finn in the first one. Remember when Finn pops up and he's all sweaty in the desert?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are comparing these trailers together, saying they're the same thing, but...
I mean, it's a little here and there, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part. The breathe. And that beautiful
I'm
shot
trying to. there,
man.
I'm trying to, Luke.
Exactly, man. Shut the fuck up. See, the good thing about these movies is that's not CGI land. That's real island, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not CGI or anything.
Go ahead and push pause.
Okay.
All right, so pretty much what we saw was Rey and some rocks coming up, just like Yoda and Luke in what movie, Eric?
That would be Empire Strikes Back.
And what is Luke doing with Yoda there?
He is training.
Exactly. So he goes to Dagobah, in the name of the place?
Yes, it is the Dagobah system.
The Dagobah system, exactly. And he goes there and he trains with Yoda. So Rey goes to this island, which is another planet, which is, I don't even know the name of it. Do you know the name of it?
It starts with an A. That's all I know. Like, it's It's something I'd probably mispronounce unless I read it.
Exactly. Okay, so point is, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, so obviously Rey's sitting there training, just Luke's training her just like the way Yoda trained Luke, right?
Which means Luke has to get on her back and she has to run through the marshes with him on her back.
Oh, yes! Holy crap. Do you remember that picture a year ago when he was on her back? Do you remember that?
That was my profile picture for a while.
I know, exactly. Oh, shit, I remember that now. I love that. And then obviously Mark Hamill is like pointing to the right or something, and it looks so cool.
That way you must go.
So they were giving us an Easter egg right there, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
That is so awesome. I just now thought about that. Holy crap. So that's what it was. Damn, you connected it, Eric. So yeah, so that's what it was. So obviously, so Yoda trains Luke. He pretty much doesn't finish his training and leaves in that movie, doesn't he?
Yeah, to head to Cloud City to save his friends. Spoilers.
Exactly. So you believe Rey's going to get through this training, or you believe she's going to be pulled away?
I'd say probably get pulled away because, honestly, to really train her efficiently, it would probably take a long time.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, she's already clearly very powerful with the Force.
Unbelievably powerful the way she used it in that first movie, right?
Yeah, a lot of people complained about that, calling her a Mary Sue and everything, saying she's too powerful and whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I'll allow Disney and this trilogy to fully explain it. I mean, there could be something to it there could be a reason why she's this powerful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there has to be a reason why. So is it connected through family? What do you think?
It could be. I heard a theory, and again, this is just a theory, that she was actually the reincarnation of Anakin.
Whoa.
And that's why she's so strong.
Whoa.
That's why when she touched, Anakin's last Jedi lightsaber, Luke's first Jedi lightsaber, she got all these visions. Because she is the reincarnation of Anakin.
Whoa, man, that might be it. Because they brought Hayden Christensen out on the Star Wars. What is that called? Star Wars Day. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Star Wars Celebration.
The Star Wars Celebration.
Okay, yeah. So Hayden Christensen came out. So what do you think? Is he going to be part of these movies now?
Well, he's reportedly been on the set, from what I've heard. That could just be another rumor. I know a lot of people would be kind of, pissed off if it was true or something, because a lot of people did not like his.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't know if his portrayal was really that bad, or if it was just because of what he was given.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot what he was given. Obviously, a lot of times George Lucas's dialogue is really super weak, like. No. Right?
Yeah. There's a clip online of Mark Hamill, I believe, on Johnny Carson after the first Star Wars movie, and he was saying how, kind of talking about a line that George Lucas had in the script. He was like, "Can we please not say this? This is so stupid." I'll send it to you later if when I can find it.
Okay, cool. All right, you ready to push play again?
Yeah.
All right, my pull screen up on the count of 3. Push play. 1, 2, 3. Push play. All right, so black screen.
All right.
There's Leia. Okay, so it's Paul.
Now that looks like Kylo Ren's mask.
On the helmet. Okay, let's look deep. That's Kylo Ren, 100%. I see it. I see the silver in the front of it.
Because look at the lines on around the eyes.
There you
That's
go.
definitely his mask.
That may be the reason why they made the mask like that, to make it a little more distinguishable between Vader's. It looks like Vader's, but a little more, I say a little more sporty looking than Vader's helmet, right?
Well, his helmet looks more like Darth Revan's helmet. You probably don't know who he is. He's from I believe the expanded universe. I don't even know.
No idea. So hit me.
I don't even know a lot about him, but I know he was a very powerful Sith Lord.
Okay.
Again, I don't really know that much about him. You can find info on YouTube. There's several Star Wars channels I look at, and they kind of explain some of the expanded universe stuff. I think this depends.
Which I should dig into a little bit, because obviously they're gonna throw some of that into these movies, I believe. Don't you think?
I think they're gonna pepper a little bit. I mean, they're not gonna, go with the full expanded universe, because if they had, Leia would also have been a Jedi. I believe they also would have had 3 children. Kylo Ren would have been Jason Solo instead of Ben Solo.
What?
Luke would have been married to a woman named Mara Jade, I believe her name is. So there's been there.
Didn't they have a kid or something?
They might have. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, okay, exactly. Okay, so it's Kylo Ren's helmet, right?
It appears to be, yes.
Yeah. Okay, you ready to push play?
Yes.
I got 1, 2, 3, push play. All right, I'm running again.
Darkness.
We said at the same time. Okay, pause it. Okay, so that little bit of light was shining onto a bookcase. Did you know that?
Yes. Very, very sparse.
Okay, so and that's where Luke goes. What do you see, or something like the light or something? And she says, "It's so much more." Doesn't she mean that's so much more darkness than there is the light, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. All right. So let's push play. You ready? 1, 2, 3, push play. Oh man, that's gonna be sweet with the lightsaber training, isn't it?
Imagine seeing this on IMAX.
All right, pause it right there. Let's see if we can check out these ships that are flying. You paused? Okay. All right, so there's something scraping the ground. Okay, you see that thing coming out the bottom? So yeah, it is that oxidized rust. I see it now. Yeah, so that's the sand. They're cutting that desert up, and if you do that in the desert out in Arizona or something like that, you won't get completely red like that. I think they over-exaggerate, but because of the metal that's in a lot of those rocks, it shines a super bright color.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I believe so. Like you said. It might have been pod racing. That would have been freaking sweet, but I don't think it is. Maybe they're smoke screening, but look in the distance. Do you see those little dots in the distance?
Let's see. Yes.
Very, very far in the distance. You see those tiny little dots?
Yes, I do.
That are like above the mountains.
Yeah, I see them.
Okay, you know what those are? Those are gorilla walkers.
Yeah, like the AT-ATs.
That is, yes, they're like AT-ATs. So, what movie had the Star Wars joke where they wrapped up the AT-ATs and tripped them up? What movie was that?
Empire Strikes Back.
All right, and then in what Marvel movie did they talk about it?
Marvel movie.
Do you remember when Spider-Man talked about it?
Yes. Captain America: Civil War.
There you go. Damn, Eric. See, this podcast is me testing you about what you know, and you freaking know 99% of what I ask you. It's awesome. I love it.
I have no life.
Man, so, yeah, shoot, me neither, man. so what it is?
Well, you have a wife you have a wife and kids, so.
Yeah, okay. It's a little craziness, so yeah, I understand that one. So, yeah, what I'm thinking this is they're headed to fight those bad boys, and that red might be a smoke screen or something like that, right?
Yeah, that could be what that is.
Yeah, that sounds like what it is. Are you ready to push play again?
Yes, I am.
All right, 1, 2, 3, push play. God, that's beautiful. Okay, stop it again on Poe. Okay, stop it again, because I want to talk about Poe.
Yeah.
And Finn.
Oh, that's Finn.
Okay, that was Finn. He was in a what's that thing called that he's in? Do you even know? I don't know what it's called.
No, it's not.
Bacta tank or something like that, or some crap like that, or that's not what they're called, are they?
It's not a Bacta tank. The Bacta tanks were, they basically have like some kind of fluid in there to heal you.
That's what Vader does, isn't it? That's what Vader does.
Vader and Luke. Because when you watch Empire, when he's attacked by the Wampas and he gets rescued, they put him in a Bacta tank to heal his wounds.
Okay, so that's a Bacta tank. Okay, so He's in like a medical tank or something, that's keeping him. And there's some words over there to the left, and somebody, they're Star Wars, obviously. I don't even know how to explain it. They're Star Wars words, and somebody went in and solved what the words were, and the words, one of the words said stable. So obviously Finn is stable. How do you feel about that? I love Finn.
That's good. He was great.
I love Finn. So he got zapped on his spinal cord in that first movie, didn't he?
Yeah, you guys ass whooped.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he's going to have like a metal spine or something like that, and it looks like he's traveling through hyperspace through that thing when he's inside that thing. If you kind of look to the right and the left, it looks like he's going through hyperspace. So they might be sending him somewhere to get like rehabilitated or something like that.
It could just be some kind of medical pod that provides him the oxygen or something, and without having to give him like the mask.
Oh, okay, yeah. So instead of a mask on his face, he's in a complete pod, and it makes the oxygen in there. That makes sense. Yeah. All right, you ready to push play again?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, push play. All right, Poe's ship exploding. And there's a Millennium Falcon.
BB-8. I love BB-8.
Okay, pause it right there with Luke. Okay, I'm paused. How about you?
Say that again?
I said I'm paused on Luke sitting there on the on his knees with R2 beside him. I want to talk about what's happening right there, where it looks like R2 is beside Luke. Just tell me when you get there to that screen and pause it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so we're sitting here on the screen where Luke is staring off into a burning, I'm guessing, Jedi temple. What do you think?
That's what I'm thinking too. The Jedi temple that Kylo, basically destroyed.
Yeah. So I'm thinking obviously Luke is just taking it super hard that he trained Kylo and that he went rogue, obviously, and now I'm guessing that's why he's saying this is the last of the Jedi, because he just feels like no matter what he does, the Force is never balanced.
Yeah, that's a really good interpretation. I just figured that basically, he's basically doing the Obi-Wan thing where he is going into exile because he's just like I can't trust anyone. So whoever fights Kylo or whatever, good luck to them, but I can't be a part of this.
Yeah, he's just, I'm guessing he's just super bummed out. But okay, so it goes back to Force Awakens. Don't we see Luke put his hand on R2-D2 in that one? Don't we see that? Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be a flashback to when that happened, when Kylo went rogue and just destroyed everything and sent Luke into once again being a hermit.
Yeah, basically becoming Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Yeah, exactly. Ready to push play again?
General Kenobi.
All right, 1, 2, 3, push play. And Captain Phasma.
It's time for the Jedi.
Jedi to end. Wow. Okay, so all right, go ahead and just turn it off now. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And a lot of people were saying, is that plural? Last Jedi? Like, that's such a plural word that you can use one way or another, I think. But I'm guessing it's going to be him and Rey as the Last Jedi, right?
Well, I was basically thinking it was him that was the Last Jedi. That Gareth Edwards, the director, or not Gareth Edwards, Rian Johnson said that he believes that he always assumed that it was singular. Like, he never even thought that it would be plural.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes
plus,
more sense.
when you watch the opening crawl to the Force Awakens, it refers to Luke as the Last Jedi.
Dang, you're good, Eric. So that's what it is. That has to be what it is then. Oh man, you're good. I love it.
George Newman. He starts where the others stop.
Sex with furniture. What do you think?
The world watched in amazement as he unlocked the mysteries of Al Capone's glove compartment.
Uh-huh. Roadman!
He blew the lid off Satanism.
Look, all I was trying to say...
Oh, shut up, you pinhead! You make me sick!
Sometimes shocking, always controversial, he deals with topics that the other talk shows are afraid to touch. He pries, he pokes, he digs deep. He gets the answers, he gets the facts, and most of all, he gets the ratings.
Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced into weight loss programs. All this week on Town Talk.
What were we just talking about?
So, okay, so you haven't seen Rogue One, right?
Dude, I have not seen Rogue One. I am struggling. I am so sorry.
Okay.
Do I really need to see it, though, man? I mean, do I need to see Rogue One?
I mean,
I know the plans. I know where the plans get to. I mean, I know they get to R2D2, right? And Leia.
I mean, when I went and saw it, like, I wasn't really that invested in it. Like, the trailers didn't really seem that interesting to me. I just went and saw it because it's Star Wars. But to me, it felt more like it was Mission Impossible trying to be a Star Wars movie. Or vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, there was very little recognizable stuff or characters, were there?
Yeah, like, I mean, and whatever they threw in to make a recognizable character, it almost felt forced.
Yep.
Because, when...
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Yeah. When you see the opening... Because when you see A New Hope and, Luke and Obi-Wan are in the cantina... And that one guy threatens Luke. He's like, you best watch yourself. I've got the death sentence on 12 systems. He ends up in the movie. Jen, the main character, and Cassian, the guy who's part of the Rebel Alliance or whatever. He's, they're going through, I believe, Mos Eisley, and they bump into him. He's like, you best watch yourself. I'm like, oh god, he's gonna do the whole freaking line.
And he did, didn't he?
Nah, he didn't do the whole line. It was just like, you best watch yourself.
Thank God.
And I was like, okay, yeah,
Oh,
that
so
felt forced.
So obviously, they did throw a couple things in there to connect them with the Star Wars universe. But overall, what do you give it? A 1 out of 10, Eric. 1 out of 10, Eric's movie rating. Star Wars Rogue One. Go ahead, Eric. 1 out of 10. What do you give it?
Probably a 5.
A 5. So it's not the greatest, but obviously you can watch it and you can have fun because it's a Star Wars movie and you love lasers and stuff, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I'll give credit to 2 things. First was the CGI reenactment of characters from 1977. For instance, Tarkin. The actor who plays him, Peter Cushing, has been dead for many years. Yep. But they did a fantastic job making him look like he was actually there, and his voice too.
Okay, so isn't that the guy that stands next to Vader when they're like at the end of the movie and they're looking out from the Death Star or something like that? That guy, that like really old guy. Isn't that who you're talking about?
Yeah, at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, okay. So, exactly.
Governor Tarkin. He was, he was the guy who, when Vader was choking that one guy in the first movie, he was like, Vader, release him. He's like, as you wish.
Oh, okay, exactly. Yeah. So they CGI'd him in, and it looks really good, though, right?
Yeah, they had a stand-in guy, and then they basically CGI'd Cushing's face over him.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right.
And then, this is a spoiler, though, but they also did the same for Carrie Fisher.
Oh,
because you end up seeing Leia in the movie.
Oh, cool. So do you see her like get the plans or something like that at the very end?
Yeah, because at the very end, the rebels, they're on their ship and they're like, "Your Highness, we've got it." And then she turns around and he hands it to her. She's like, they say, "What is it?" She turns around. She says, "Hope," and it looks just like Carrie Fisher.
Now that you say that, I remember that now. So they're going to have to do a lot of that in this newer movie because did she shoot everything? Do you know that? Because I don't know that. Did she shoot everything for this newest movie?
Everything for the Last Jedi, yes, she shot.
Okay, so
However, they said that she will not be in the 9th one.
Oh, okay. So
So
we're
I
gonna
don't
see
know if
we're gonna see Leia die
know
in
if
this
they're-
movie too. Is that what's gonna happen, man?
maybe.
Oh, dude, just talking
they
about
may-
that,
they may-
I got chill bumps.
They may have to write some stuff around in order to change what they were gonna
I
do.
didn't even think about that. So yeah, okay. Let's stop for a second and let's just give our props to Carrie Fisher. Let me just give her. Carrie, you're gonna be missed. I mean, she is gonna be missed, isn't she, Eric?
She absolutely is, and she's absolutely a funny person from what I've seen. I saw her in a cameo in Scream 3, and they have this great scene where she's playing a character who looks like Carrie Fisher, but she's not Carrie Fisher. But she's working.
Okay.
But she's working in like the movie archives, or whatever, and they're trying to find out who what Sydney's mother has to do with the killer or whatever. And
yeah, I remember now. Scream 3.
Yeah, and they're like, "Wait a minute, aren't you?" And she's like, "No, I'm not her." They're like, "But you look just like her." She's like, "I auditioned for Star Wars. You know who got it? The one who slept with George Lucas."
Oh my god! Oh my god! She ran that joke into the ground, man. She always runs that joke.
That was
holy crap,
that
dude!
was
That was
hilarious.
from Scream 3.
Yeah, that was in Scream 3.
Gosh, that's good.
Something else I do give credit to this movie for is you see a really cool scene with Darth Vader where, again, spoilers is around the end of the movie, but basically if you've seen the very first Star Wars movie, you basically know what's going to happen. So, but the rebels get the plans to the Death Star, and he there's this dark hallway, and you hear nothing but his breathing. Then you see his lightsaber ignite, and he's chopping down everybody and lifting people up to the ceiling with the Force.
Yeah.
I give that movie credit for that scene and for the CGI on for Tarkin and Leia.
Yes. Okay. Now that you say that, I watched that scene over and over and over on YouTube because, oh my God, the one thing they've done with this new Darth Vader, they've made him more agile and more badass than even he was before. Agree? Yes or no?
A lot like a horror movie villain.
Yes, man. It was scary when he was taking
Jason.
people. Yeah, you called it. Yeah, like he was stalking them. Like you would turn a corner and he would be behind you, and then you would turn another corner and he'd be right in front of you, right? It's like that scary shit.
And it's great when he's not talking, because when he's talking, apparently in this movie, he makes terrible jokes.
Oh, really?
Like
It's
he chokes this one dude, and then he, you don't see him choking. You just see the guy grasp his throat, and then Vader turns around, and he's got his hands in the position that he makes when he's force choking someone. He says,
I'm doing it right now.
"Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, director."
Oh my! Oh, so it's that cheesy dialogue?
What?
Oh no!
What?
No. Okay. See, let's just forget about that. Oh no!
What?
Wow, that is super cheesy, man.
Honest Trailers made a funny joke where they said, "Who let George Lucas write a line?"
Oh, that goes back to the beginning of this episode. Exactly, Eric. Damn, man, nailing it, bringing it all around full circle, man. Holy crap! Oh man. All right, man. Okay, so we just talked about Star Wars Last Jedi trailer. I liked it a ton. How about you, Eric?
2 tons.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, man? Go ahead.
Yeah, have you? I'm sure growing up in the '90s and everything, you saw Toy Story.
Best movies ever.
Probably my favorite Pixar movie to date. Apparently, there's a darker version of the movie that obviously didn't make it in the movie. Have you heard of the Black Friday reel?
Didn't you send that to me or something?
I did. It was
okay. Yes, I remember. So what was that? Explain that to people.
Basically, it was a small reel that they had done. It was storyboarded. It had Tom Hanks and Tim Allen's voices in there. It was a scene from Toy Story where they were Andy was going to go to Pizza Planet, and his mother said you could only take one toy, and
And he has to choose, right?
Right, between Woody and Buzz, and Woody knew it was
And
going to be
then Woody
Buzz.
pushes his ass out the window in the movie or something like that with with the lamp or something.
Well, in the movie, it was an accident. He wanted to knock him in between the bookshelf and the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now. Oh, God, I need to go back and watch Toy Story. Go ahead.
But in this version, the Black Friday reel, which they showed, I believe Black Friday of '93, they said, they, what Buzz was like, I just want to wish you good luck. I know it can only be one of us or whatever. And Woody's like, yeah, sure, whatever. He throws him out the window on purpose, and he turns around, and all the toys are staring at him like, what the hell? Did you just push him out the window or something? And he's just looking at him, like, what? He's like, what? What? He it was an accident. He slipped, and they all go out and look. They're all looking outside the window, and he just goes to the bed and chills on the bed, and they're like, you did it on purpose, and he's like, yeah, so what, basically, and they're like, they just can't believe that he would
murdered.
Yeah, they just can't believe
he murdered Buzz.
They can't believe he would do something like this, and the toys start to rebel against him. But Woody, he's being like a dictator. He's he calls for his muscle, being Slinky Dog, and Slinky's like, I don't know, but Woody, I think I think you shouldn't have done that. And he starts yelling at him, saying, I don't, it's not your job to think. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? This is not the Toy Story I grew up. This is not the Toy Story I grew up watching.
Is this, this was animated for real. This isn't a joke, is it?
Well, it wasn't animated. It was just storyboarded, so it was just like drawing.
Meaning it got planned, didn't it?
Right, and they basically all rebelled against him, and Slinky suggested throwing him out the window, and that's where the clip ends. And I was just like, I can't believe that I can't believe this. This is shocking.
Exactly. When you sent that to me and it ran, it was like my mouth was open. Like I was like, what? I'm like, good Lord, this is dark. But that's why I like it, Eric, because, man, you know my humor. Dark humor is the best, is it not?
Yeah, and I'll admit, I kind of laughed at the end because Slinky's like, because they're like, we're gonna throw him off the bed, and they're about ready to throw him off the bed, and Slinky's like, no, don't throw him off the bed, and Woody's like, oh, thank God, and then Slinky's like, throw him out the window like he did to Buzz. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny.
Jeez Louise! Good God!
And that's
okay. So let's.
And that's essentially what started off the Toy Story story that we know.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so let's do it like we did last episode. Last episode we did the DC universe. Let's do the Toy Story universe. What's your favorite 1, 2, and 3? What is your Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, and then Toy Story 3? What's your number and your favorite? I go number 1, obviously, and then number 3, because number 3 had me crying like a baby when they were in the trash compactor.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. 1, 3, and then 2.
Okay, 1, 3, then 2. That's Eric's. So Toy Story universe goes Toy Story 1 for Eric, then Toy Story 3 for Eric and me. But we agree 1, 3, 2 because 3 pulled at my heartstrings. I thought they were going to die. How about you?
But I will say though, Toy Story 2 was a close Toy Story 3 and 2 were kind of neck and neck for me.
Yeah, and in Toy Story, what was Toy Story 2 now? I can't even remember what that was exactly. So
that was
the pre-K. My daughter just told me the pre-K, right?
No, that was Toy Story 3.
Oh no, that was 3. That was 3. Okay, so yeah, what was 2, Eric?
Toy Story 2 was where Woody, he got his arm ripped, and he got found by a collector. And he stole the Woody doll, and he was gonna sell them to like a museum in Japan. It was like he had like a big Woody's collection.
Woody's Roundup.
Yeah, Woody's Roundup.
Come inside. Yeah,
there you go. Like
Yeah, that's what it was.
there we go. I was blanking there, and you were like, Woody's Roundup. The
Come
table,
on, gather round.
the tables have turned.
Yes! This is why we do the podcast, guys. We are bromancing right now. How about you, Eric? I feel like we got a bromance going on.
It's going good.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's when we meet Jesse and the prospector,
And
which
Bullseye.
turns out to be and Bullseye. Ride like the wind, Bullseye.
Yeah, I don't really remember much when Toy Story 1 came out because I was like probably 4 years old. But Toy Story 2,
Yeah,
like I remember,
95.
I remember when that came out because like it was like really big at the time. Like I remember McDonald's had like some toys. They had like a black and white kind of marionette looking toy for Woody. I think there was like a plush Bullseye kind of doll thing.
Yeah, I always saw the Woodies because Woody was obviously the big seller at that point, and I always obviously never had a hat though. I would always see those toys, and they would never have the hat though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I freaking love Toy Story. And didn't they do a? Is there a Toy Story 4, or am I just
they
bullshitting
will be
right
doing
now?
they will be doing that. I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do because Don Rickles, the guy who played Mr. Potato Head, had passed away recently.
Oh man, I didn't know that. Mr. Potato Head, Don Rickles, right?
Yeah.
Or what's his name? Don Rickles? Is that how
Yeah.
you say it?
Yeah. Don Rickles.
Okay.
Yeah, he had passed away recently, and so I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do because the original Slinky Dog died. Actually, the guy who played him, Jim Varney, died, I believe, in 2000, which is after Toy Story 2, and they ended up replacing him with Blake Clark, who you've seen in some Adam Sandler movies. He's got that really hoarse voice guy. He's also he also played Sean's father in Boy Meets World.
Oh my gosh, man, you're killing it with some Boy Meets World. Topanga, my big childhood crush, right?
For me, it was like Topanga, Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina, Topanga, Kelly Kapowski. Who else? Do you love Kelly Kapowski?
From
That's Kelly from Saved by the Bell.
I never really watched Saved by the Bell though.
Wow. See, now that's something I'm going to have to educate you on because literally I live on Saved by the Bell. So I tell you,
that's how I was with Boy Meets World.
Yeah. So at one point, when the first iPhone came out, the iPhone 3, I remember there was a jailbreak on it, and they had an app where you can download all the Boy Meets World episodes. And man, I dug in from episode 1 to I want to say season like 10. They had like 10 seasons or something.
Just 7.
But So what do you feel about what Disney came out with Girl Meets World? How do you feel about that? Did you ever watch any of that?
I watched a few episodes, and it's pretty good for the most part. I don't think I can really relate to it like I did with Boy Meets World.
Because it's girls. I'm telling you, it's because it's girls. My girls, yeah, go ahead.
There's that, but I don't know. Like I mean, maybe. I think they canceled it by now, but I think.
Yep, canceled.
Yeah,
yep.
I think if they continued on, when they got a little older, I might have been able to be like, yeah, I kind of remember that struggle,
Yeah, they were kind of young. Weren't they 13, 14 or something like that, those girls?
Like 12, 13 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah, I mean, we're pushing it. Go ahead.
And that's kind of how it was with Boy Meets World, too, because I didn't watch the early seasons because, it aired in 93, so I was 2, but I saw, probably when I started watching it was probably about season 5 or something.
Yeah.
On TGIF. I remember coming, my mom and dad, they were...
TGIF.
Yeah.
God, dude, TGIF. So, did you watch Family Matters and everything like that, too?
Family Matters, Sabrina, Boy Meets World.
Full House, right?
Full House, I didn't watch that much on TGIF. I watched that more on Nick at Night later on.
Yeah, because they run them now at Nick at Night, pretty much every single night now.
Yeah, but I remember, being a kid, and my parents were divorced at pretty young at a young age for me. But I would come up to my
Me too.
I would come up to my dad's house every other weekend, and my sister Tiffany and we would park ourselves in front of the TV and put on TGIF and watch Sabrina, Boy Meets World, and everything. And Dad would make some chili or whatever for us to eat. And
Oh man. Okay, and if a lot of you guys out there might not even know what TGIF means. Do you remember what it means? Thank God it's
Thank God it's Friday.
Because at one point, kids, if you're listening out there right now, we had appointment television, meaning you would make an appointment for your whole family to join yourself into a room and watch television shows together. You believe it or not, Eric, that happened, right?
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking. I think now we're all just kind of developed in our own little rooms and our own little worlds and our own little screens, aren't we?
Yeah, it's never gonna be like it used to be.
I mean, yeah, man. And I try kind of hard to get out and do more active stuff because I'll get sucked into dang YouTube and stuff just like everybody else. I mean, in the long run, obviously, the internet is just an amazing thing, but it cut back on a lot of the social cues that a lot of people aren't going to have now, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt there.
Although it has,
Although
it has presented us with the opportunity to meet other people across the world, such as how we met each other.
The amazing part of it is that we're recording a podcast right now, and Eric can send me his part, and we can do a podcast together, and it will sound like we're in the same room. That is the amazing part of the internet, though. I believe that is, man. You nailed it there.
But Friday wasn't the only cool, thing with TVs. I mean, you remember what happens on Saturdays?
Saturday morning cartoons, if that's what you're talking about.
One Saturday morning on ABC.
Oh, one Saturday morning. I'm going to try to hit... Dude, I'm going to try to hit all these jingles as you say them, and they're coming back to me. Did you watch Recess? Because I was a big Recess guy.
I loved Recess.
Dang, dude, man. We're just killing it on this bromance. I love it. Yeah, I loved Recess. Now that we said that, we're going to get this podcast off, and I'm going to go check out some Recess. How about you?
Absolutely.
That is so freaking awesome.
I'm sure we can find some episodes up on YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt there. Okay, so let me give you a little. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you my list. Okay, so I go Doug, Recess, all that was that skit show on Nickelodeon, and then Keenan and Kel. Did you know any of those?
I did. I know all of them.
Wow, cool. So you liked all those? You watched all those?
Yes, I did. Doug is like do 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 do. Recess.
I don't know how I'm gonna cut this together. God, I'm gonna try to sync our voices up. That's gonna be so good.
I think one of my favorite.
Oh man,
probably one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. Like it wasn't so much back then because it terrified the crap out of me, but now I would say, "Are You Afraid of the Dark?"
Are You Afraid of the Dark? The episode with the vampires. Do you remember that one?
I didn't remember that one. I didn't watch a lot of it because, like I said, it terrified the living hell out of me.
Dude, what were they doing to us in the 90s, man? That show was creepy.
I'll tell you the two episodes I remember very well from a childhood because they scared me to no end was, I believe, the Tale of the Doll Maker, and that was where this girl goes to her family's house and goes to see her friend who lives nearby, but her, they're like, oh, she's not here or whatever, the family's gone or whatever, and she goes into the house that they lived in, and there's this doll house, and she opens it, and there's her friend, and she's like slowly turning into like a ceramic doll or porcelain doll. I was like, that legitimately terrified me.
Jeez Louise, that is creepy, man.
And another one was...
Holy crap.
And another one, which I actually saw recently, probably with the past couple of days, was The Tale of the Chameleons, which starred Tia and Tamara Mowry, the twins from Sister Sister.
Oh, sister. Kind of like a two-way twister. 'Cause
But-
everybody knows you ain't never gonna let me go. Go ahead, Eric.
But this show, basically in this episode, it was one girl, I believe it was Tia, and she was like a girl who, liked to go to the pet store and every now and then see the cute, cuddly pets and everything. And there was a chameleon, and she tried to pet it, and it bit her, and she accidentally knocked over the case because, out of, pain and everything. And this obnoxious kid comes up to her and says, bite you once, bite you twice, a little water, pay the price. And the chameleon ends up getting into her mother's shopping bag when she accidentally drops it. And it basically gets into her house and bites her again, and then turns into her. And then she gets some water and splashes on Tia, and making her into a chameleon. And the idea is that the chameleons are trying to take over the world, basically, and she ends up, biting her back again, and so it's like two Maori girls, and her friends trying to figure out which one's the right one. That typical. Like, who's the real one? Who do I shoot? Because she's got like a the
It's
garden.
like, don't shoot me, I'm the real one.
No,
don't shoot me.
Yeah, because she's got the garden hose, and it's got the little trigger on there, and she's like only the real one would do this, and then she like throws all these chameleons down into the well because the chameleon had ordered a bunch of chameleons to her house, so I guess so they get by other people and make more or take over the world as their chameleons or whatever. So she sprays the other girl, turning her into a chameleon, and then throw her into the well. And then in the end, the girl who threw all the chameleons in the well, she goes and pulls them all up and says, "I knew you guys would find the bucket." And then she looks down, she's like, "Oh, looks like our new friend is still down there. Hope she knows how to swim." And she laughs evilly, revealing that she was the actual chameleon.
Whoa.
Dude. That was another one that just terrified me.
That's my point, and that was on Nickelodeon, right? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Okay. What was wasn't there another? Okay, Goosebumps TV show. Now, do you remember that one?
I do.
Okay, now that one wasn't terrifying. It got super cheesy.
Yeah, it got super cheesy. I mean, it had its terrifying moments in certain things, like the haunted mask. I thought was really terrifying.
The Haunted Mask. Oh my God. Okay, so do you own a book collection of Goosebumps books, Eric? I bet you do.
I have a few. I don't have a lot. I actually went down to the Book Warehouse. There's a bookstore out here in Kansas. So I don't know if there's any out there in Florida, but I actually was going around. I saw a bunch of Goosebumps books for like 99 cents, $1.99, and I looked at them, and they were in pristine condition. Like they were like the unsold copies. And there was one that was werewolf skin. I looked at it and it said exclusive werewolf mask on the inside, and I looked at it, and you know how some of the books have that, but if you get like the books hand me down, they're already ripped out or something. I looked at it.
Don't tell me it was in there.
It was still in there.
Oh my God, dude, are you serious?
I am serious.
Do you have it right now? Do you have it still?
I have it. I believe I have it in a case. But yeah, if I see it in there, I'll definitely take a picture and send it to you. It's like
yeah. We'll attach it to the podcast. Yeah.
I mean, it's not something like super super great. I mean, it's something that's in the middle of a book. But I mean, I was like, I can't believe this is still there.
Yeah, that blows my mind that it was still there. Like you said, I mean, if it's a hand-me-down, some kid just chunked that thing all around his room, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mine, I mean, I couldn't tell you right now, but I could go upstairs right now and pull probably about 15 or 20 of them out. But my mom hooked me up with some Goosebumps. I was big time into it, man. And, okay, so I'm going to test you. Who was the I can't even say it. Who was the author of Goosebumps? What was his name, Eric?
The author?
Yes. Do you remember?
R.L. Stein.
Boom, R.L. Stein. Now, and remember at the beginning of that Goosebumps show that you would see him walk up to the a scenic view or something, and his briefcase opens up, and then it goes, then obviously the papers come out or whatnot.
Yeah, and then they got the G.
Do you remember that? Man, that's so good. Okay, Eric, you killed it, man. You brought Toy Story up.
And I love that theme. And I love that theme song too.
Yes. Beware, you're in for a scare.
Viewer, beware. You're in for a scare. I'm like, oh.
Dude,
I love the
good.
slime.
So good. Yeah, the one I let my children watch, and I remember because this is the first time we watched it in a long time, was the one where this little girl goes to school and she wants to be popular or something, and she ends up like wanting this popular girl to like her or something, but she, instead of just liking her, she's obsessed with her and like she won't leave her alone.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Be careful.
Holy
be
crap!
careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Oh, be careful. Ah, I love you, Eric. Woo! I love you, Eric. Woo! Yeah! I love you, man. God, I love this. We go from Toy Story to Boy Meets World to Nick at Night to TGIF to this. Man, you got me fired up, man. This is why we do the podcast.
Absolutely.
All right, Eric. It was great, man. That was freaking fantastic. I loved it. How about you?
I loved it too. It was kind of an unexpected trip down memory lane.
You darn right it was, man. All right, brother. Well, this was another episode of I Assure You We Are a Podcast. I am Zach.
And I'm Eric.
And we'll see you guys next time. Go ahead, Eric.
Peace, 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 peace.